Hey everybody, hope you're doing pretty well. This is going to be a little bit of a quicker video, mostly just to give away some tokens because I have 1,000 tickets for Honor vs. Madness to give away. And this week we only had 7 comments, so we went down a little bit in comments. But also last time we had a little bit more. It was only about 7 real people talking on there because some people did more comments. I really hope you guys come in enjoying because I'd like to see a few more names on the wheel when I'm giving away these tickets. Let's just take it from AJ here. Let me just make sure you guys are going to be able to hear this. Actually, I'm going to set something up so this will not echo. Give me a second here. This will just take a moment, I believe. All right, let me go to properties, and there we go. Perfect. Picked up the headphones automatically. That way I can hear it, you can hear it, and I'll mute my mic so that we do not get a little bit of me breathing over this little comment from him.
Card, it will still have some exclusivity. And honestly, I think people are sleeping on tickets because other than staking, there isn't a way to earn them. So it really is meant to reward those that were staking GG and really here for the long run. And the more GG you have staked, the more tickets you earn.
All right, so you got me back there. As you can see to this person's question, he's going, how many Carnival tickets are reasonable amount to be able to purchase some great cards, or do they just come in packs? And so his answer basically first started off by saying, look, even the common cards that will be sold in the Carnival shop may be exclusive to the Carnival shop. So there's nowhere else to go to get those except for the Carnival shop, and there's no way to get them except for with Carnival tickets. How do you get Carnival tickets? You have to come over to, stake.honor.minus.com, and you got to be staking GG, and you earn some tickets. You can see I have 500,000 staked, and since the last video, I've earned 339 tickets. So me giving you 1,000 does show, given this isn't that much money, there are many more people staking a lot more tokens than me. Um, just this is the only way currently to get these tickets other than winning them from me. I don't think anybody else is doing any giveaways right now. I think I was first to get into this. This is giveaway number 20. Last time I called out, we were on number 19. And, it's the easiest way to get 1,000 tickets. You go to my X post that is pinned, you leave a comment, you be a follower, and you're in the giveaway. So that's all you really have to do. I do like you have to like it too. You have to like this post, the thing that costs you no money. So like, comment, and be a follower. Why do you have to be a follower? I cannot message you if you're not a follower. So that's the only way I can contact the people who win, ask them for their wallet address, and send them over the tickets. You do need a Binance Smart Chain wallet to win. So let's go ahead, close this ad here. We're going to go ahead and do a shuffle here of our names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, let me just make sure I didn't forget somebody. DeFizz, Maribel, Coach Nerd, Adam, Scott. Oh, I think I forgot Scott. I did. Glad I did that little cat there. Sorry, Scott. See there on the follow back. I know he's following me. There we go. We got Scott on there. Now everybody is here. We'll do a couple shuffles just so you know I didn't put them in any kind of special order here. And then we'll do a spin. Let's see who our winner this week is. Will DeFizz hold on, or will it get to Maribel? Mabdel, I don't know. I can't tell. It's Mabdel. I'm so sorry, my buddy DeFizz. But we got, is it Mabdal? Yeah, probably Mabdal. You are the winner. I will be reaching out to you shortly to get your wallet address so we can get you those tickets. Now, what other big things did the team have to talk about in the AMA this week? It was a little bit shorter. We had this long section here on tickets. Then we had the team kind of just talking about the progression and everything that was going on. But we started out with something that was kind of fun. So we're going to go over here. We're going to pause that. And we're going to mute me again and watch it really quick.
Progress requires order, and order requires obedience.
Have some more control. You call it madness? About too long have we waited, and we will take our revenge.
All right, as you can see there, we had the preview for Honor versus Madness is being announced on Immutable X. You got to see kind of a mixture of the intro of Edric Vane and Agatha, the two heroes that have been introduced. You have the man out for revenge for the world that kind of casted him aside, stole what was his, and the lady who says, "Oh no, you're a bad guy now, so I have to defeat you." This should be a fun little starting point of the game. We do know that they do plan to do at least 2 more heroes per team to bring it to 6 by the time the game fully launches, but this is possibly the only 2 heroes that we'll have during the alpha launch of this game. They did talk a little bit about the upcoming alpha launch and the alpha keys during this. They did say that the only way to get those were going to be the people given out who got into the pre-sale, and possibly some that were going to be given away in some giveaways. I will see what I can do about giving you a key that you can win if you're interested in playing this game during the alpha phase. Really, the big advantage of playing during the alpha phase of any crypto-ish game is learning the metas before anyone else and knowing what cards you need to get before they're super popular. That is probably one of the most advantageous things to this. They also did talk about a little bit of the integrations between Honor versus Madness and Immutable X. You do have to remember that now this is going to be on the Immutable X platform. You are going to need to get an Immutable Passport. I did it. Go ahead and check and sign up for my Immutable Passport again. I logged in through Google. It was quite easy. I had logged in through Google with them before, so they still had all of my Stardust and stuff from when I was playing Gods Unchained a long time ago. My story with Immutable is that I played Gods Unchained when it very first came out. I was one of those first players. I was interacting with it. I wasn't spending money on it yet because they do have that free version of the game to play, and Honor versus Madness will have that free version as well. And I was all ready to get into the crypto side of everything. They were doing their airdrop. They did their airdrop. I went to claim my airdrop, and they said, "Sorry, you live in the US. You do not get your airdrop." And it wasn't a lot of money. It wasn't a lot of tokens. But as soon as Immutable X as a platform said they didn't want me because I was an American, I said, okay, then I don't want you. If you're not willing to take that risk for me, I wasn't going to take a risk on their platform. Was that a mistake? Maybe. Gods Unchained definitely had its day in the sun. There's some people that made some good profit in there. But that's just kind of what happened with me in that game. So now I'm going back. I trust the team behind Honor versus Madness. I'm willing to give this chain another look. I do know they have a few other games that are somewhat popular. This means we have a built-in user base of the Immutable platform that all they'll have to do is go to their normal website, use their normal wallet, and try out Honor versus Madness. Now we will have to see how the team can do about converting those players who will be trying the game out in the free-to-play mode into customers that are playing the crypto side of the game for our NFTs and our coin to necessarily go up a lot, but that is not all they're relying on for our coin to going up. If you haven't seen a lot of their videos in the past, things that are done on the Web 2 side of the game can support the GG token because it supports the team, and the team is going to support their own token. They have plans for buyback and burn mechanisms based on earnings of the game and all kinds of other things. Now, this is all stuff that we have heard of up to date, but we can't guarantee exactly how this stuff will work, how long it will take to implement, and how long it'll take to really get flying. Now, one of the really exciting things about Honor versus Madness being made by the EMTP team is how popular their DEX5 bonds program is being. Now, the APR on this has gone down a little bit. I've been doing videos on this. This was starting out at like 100, 120, 130%, but that was also when we were under $1 million. We are now closing in on over $2 million invested. And the other thing that's kind of interesting, if you've seen my position and how much my 10 shares are worth in my different videos, they've been going up and down. But my earnings have been very, very solid with this project. So overall, this is very exciting. But why is this exciting? Because the EMP project and the treasury of Hunter versus Madness is going to be using the DEX5 bonds program to make money. If you don't know anything about this, it is concentrated liquidity farming, earning returns on the fees of trades that goes on with pairs that they are in, and having those earnings providing a return. Now, there is some risk there because obviously whenever you provide liquidity, there's the chance that one token goes down, up or down a lot, and your value of what you staked in there goes down. But if the fees you are earning are good enough, they can counteract that. And that's kind of what their project has been doing. So this is just a shout out to show you that they figured out a way to distribute over $100,000 in less than 2 months. And this number should just keep going up. I mean, while the APR has dipped down a little bit here into the 72s, which is still spectacular, that is pretty darn strong considering, with most things, the more money you get in, the more people you have to share it with, the harder it can be to provide this same return. This is where other projects would do things that would risk their project. They would get into dicier loans, dicier places, and the APR would need to try to keep up with where it is. They've said very comfortably that this APR they think can average out around 100% a year, but that it will vary quite frequently. And it, in the case of a crypto winter or downturn where Bitcoin, maybe has reached its all-time high already and everything turns around and goes back down, this might drop down to like a 20 or 30% because that's what they made during the last bear run doing this. But, when you make money off people trading, it doesn't matter if they're trading when it's going up or trading when it's going down, you're making money. Now, I don't know how many people will see that as we get to the end of this video here. I'll just remind you that Honor vs. Madness isn't out yet, but it has gone from something some people thought would never come out. Some people thought looked maybe a little bit too much like Gods Unchained when it comes to the NFTs and the cards, to a game that will be launching on the same platform of Gods Unchained, but bringing a brand new feel to the card game world with 3D characters that live in a 3D world, with battles that don't just involve the card match, but a duel between you and the wizard that you are facing, and between two legions that have a reason to be quite upset with each other. When all those things get combined together, you have a chance to bring in some serious fans, whether they're fans of wizarding, whether they're the fans of the Shadow Realm with the Pumpkin King and the zombie-like Eldrick here, or the Carnival Master guy that you see. I mean, all of this stuff is just starting to come together, and all it really takes is for them to continue to execute and make this game go live. So thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me a little bit. Make sure to make your comments on the X post, or if you do go to my Peak D, this was not a comment by a real person, you can make a comment here and I will try to get your name on the wheel as well. Thanks, guys. Bye.